Let's move on. We've covered saving for retirement when you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s. Now, what will the experts recommend when you're my age, in your 40s? Let's find out. Joe Scarpanito is like lots of people in their 40s, concerned about how golden life will be in 20 years when he arrives at his golden years.
Social Security will not take care of us. We don't know if Social Security is going to be in place when we retire. We have to take care of ourselves.
And ask any expert, the way to take care of yourself is to start socking away those savings.
The rule of thumb that we tell our individual clients is at least 10% of their income, of their after-tax income. And we primarily first want them to focus on maximizing their 401k plan.
So if you're in your 40s, priority one is maxing out the company retirement plan, especially if you get a match. Then turn to other investments outside work, like IRAs. And when you pick investments, don't be too conservative.
Rule of thumb that you should always have, if you take 100 minus your age, that's the amount you should have allocated to stocks.
That means if you're 45, the rule of thumb says you should have 55% of your long-term savings in stocks. You should also start understanding the health coverage, retirement, and Social Security you'll be expecting. What about your kids' college? If you're in your 40s and haven't started saving yet, the temptation is to take care of them first. But the temptation is to take care of those kids. But you know what? This is one time, maybe the only time, when your kids definitely don't come first. Why? Because nobody's handing out retirement scholarships. So you got to take care of your retirement first, then worry about cash for college. Elaine, still here? What did you think of what I just said? Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I wanted to make two comments about the video. One is that, yes, it's true that as you are younger, you can afford more risk in your equity portfolio, but most importantly, you need to understand what that risk means. Sometimes your portfolio can go as low as 30%, and are you prepared for it? You could be a 20, 30, 40-year-old, and maybe you can't handle it.
Like what just happened in 2008.
Right.
People, and, you know, this is what I say, too. And I've written, you know, books about this stuff, and this is what I say. I say, you know, use the rule of thumb. But it's called a rule of thumb for a reason. It's a rule of thumb. If you lay awake at night staring at the ceiling, then if it's too scary, in other words, don't do it.
Right. And the other thing is a college savings for the kids. As you alluded, you can't borrow money for your retirement. And actually, it's a good lesson for the children to have them pitch in a percentage for their education so they can learn that not everything is given in life. So,
yeah, I agree. My parents charged me for my delivery, by the way, much less for college.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
still paying for it?
I was working when I was 4 years old. I'm not kidding you. Okay, hang on here because we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back.